The Christian cross is a call to love. Jesus wanted to prepare his own for the scandal of the cross, which is too intense for their faith, and at the same time to foretell his resurrection by manifesting himself as the Messiah, the Son of God. Jesus was preparing them for that sad and very painful moment. In fact, Jesus was already revealing himself as a Messiah, different from every one of their expectations, from how they imagined the Messiah, how they believed the Messiah would be, from all of the stories, from all that they had heard, and all that they had imagined. They thought it would be a powerful and glorious king, not a humble and unarmed servant. But it was not a lord of great wealth, a sign of blessing, but a poor man from nowhere to rest his head. This Messiah was not a patriarch with many descendants, but a celibate man without home or nest. The cross is truly an overturned revelation of God, and the most bewildering sign. But it is through the cross that Jesus will reach the glorious resurrection, which will be definitive, not like the transfiguration, which only lasted a moment, an instant, viewed only by 4 people. Well, 3 people technically, because Jesus didn't view it, and then it was gone. Transfigured on Mount Tabor, Jesus wanted to show his disciples his glory, not for them to circumvent the cross, but to show where the cross leads. Those who die with Jesus shall rise again with Jesus. The cross is the door to resurrection. Whoever struggles alongside him will triumph with him. This is the message of hope contained in Jesus' cross, urging us to be strong in our existence. The Christian cross is not the furnishing of a house or an adornment to wear, but rather the Christian cross is a call to the love with which Jesus sacrificed himself to save humanity from evil and sin for all time. We contemplate with devotion the image of the crucifix, and that is not a cross. That is Jesus on the cross, nailed there, not tied there, not glued there. It is Jesus nailed to the cross. This is the symbol of Christian faith, the emblem of Jesus who died and rose for us. Let us ensure that the cross, without Christ on it, marks the stages of our journey, and the crucifix is marked in order to understand ever better the seriousness of sin and the value of the sacrifice by which the Savior has saved us. The Blessed Virgin was able to contemplate the glory of Jesus hidden in his humanness, for she knew what was going to happen. May she help us stay with him ever in silent prayer, to allow ourselves to be enlightened by his presence, so as to bring a reflection of his glory to our hearts. through the darkest nights and moments within our lives. And also, I wish all of you to think about one fact. Before Christ was crucified on the cross, it was nothing. In some countries, it was the symbol of criminality. It was the symbol of punishment. In other countries, it was 2 pieces of wood. No big deal. It was only through Christ and his death and subsequent resurrection that those 2 pieces of wood connected at approximately 1/7 position. The crossbar is 1/7 from the top, and then there's 6 positions below it of equal value. Other than that, prior to his death and resurrection, this symbol meant nothing. Imagine that. This symbol of 2 pieces of wood crossed meant nothing. And only through the death of one man has this symbol become universally understood as a holy relic to us Christians. Before that, it was nothing. When you think of the Star of David, that was a symbol from the moment it was created, for it was created by God and given to Moses. It did not exist prior to that date, prior to that moment when he brought it down from the mountains atop the 2 tablets. But we have a symbol that before the death of Christ meant essentially nothing in most parts of the occupied world. It was used for drying meat by the First Nations people throughout the Americas. But that was just if they didn't have enough wood to make a 3-piece with one bar between 2 other bars. They rarely did this way with the 1 bar, because that wasn't really good for doing what they wanted. But only by the Romans was it used to punish criminals. The Greeks did not see it that way. So when you look at this cross, when you look at the crucifix, remember, this symbol meant nothing before Christ's death. And now it means everything. In our lifetimes, people have died to prevent that symbol from being dishonored, to prevent that symbol from ever touching the ground, to prevent that symbol from being burned. For that symbol represents our faith. Just think on that. For that symbol represents Christ's love of us.